I am exhausted because this has been screaming all night. All night. Look at the bags. I must have slept about an hour. Nah, an exaggeration, but Jesus. Right, let's get, I've got 50 minutes to get ready, do my teeth and do some makeup on before I have to get Amaya up. So this is why I don't sleep, because I have her in the bed, then I have Eva in the bed, and then Amaya in the middle of the night comes through as well. So I have no room at all. Normally I would get all 3 kids dressed and take them to school, but Eva is not well. Last night she fell asleep super early, she's completely out of it. I'm not going to wake her up. She can just stay here sleeping. My husband's still sleeping, so he can keep an eye on her. And we'll get you dressed. You're tired. My husband is upstairs with Eva. Both of them are asleep in bed. They're both still ill. Eva's been ill for about 2 weeks. And my husband just started getting ill yesterday. I hate this time of year. This time of year, January, February, there's just so many like viruses going around. Anyway, lucky for us, we have not succumbed to illness yet. Hopefully we can avoid it this year.
Hey, what do you mean? I was ill.
Were you ill? I can't even remember. When were you ill?
I was 4. I was ill.
So I'm going to get a nice breakfast, get you a biscuit. Amaya, you're going to have a nice big breakfast, aren't you? Because she's looking very skinny recently. We're going to try and fatten you up. You in your high chair, little one. What?
Get chubby.
Get nice and chubby. Nah, but you want to grow. You want to eat lots of food so you can grow and be a big girl. This is for you. And I'm going to have a cup of tea. I never have breakfast. I just have a cup of tea. I'm trying desperately to do OMAD, like only have 1 meal a day. Some days I'm failing. It started off really well. And now I'm failing more often than not. But every day I get up with the intention of doing it. So we're just about to leave for school. And normally what would happen is, at home we speak. What do we speak at home?
English.
And then when we go outside?
In Spanish. But when the Spanish people are in the house, we talk in Spanish. And when some people from English countries visit us, and when we're outside, we talk in English.
The general rule is, yeah, at home English and outside Spanish. And that way it's great because the kids are just totally bilingual. They never mix up the 2 languages at all. Like I've seen some little kids when they try and learn 2 languages and they'll speak like a mixture of the 2 languages at the same time. And our kids never do that. Like when they're talking English, they are only talking English. When they talk Spanish, they'll only talk Spanish. And that's because there's a very clear distinction between the 2 languages. In the house, we speak in English. Outside, we speak in Spanish. My husband, he's bilingual, and he said that is the bilingual rule. Have a very, very clear distinction. Don't just speak English whenever you want and Spanish whenever you want, because then the kids will get mixed up. Be very, very clear about when you speak the 2 languages, and you shouldn't have problems. Good morning, Meow Meow. This is our little stray cat that we've adopted. It doesn't come in the house, but we give it food and stuff. So a lot of people think that Spain is always sunny and hot, and that is not the case at all. Where we live in Madrid, it gets freezing in winter. Like it's really extreme because there's no sea nearby to regulate the temperature. We get extreme weather conditions. So in summer, it can be like 40 degrees, absolutely boiling. but then in winter it gets down to minus. A few nights ago it was -6 at night. You probably never loved someone like I do. We are super early. School doesn't start until 9 and it's only 7:30. We normally get here like 5 minutes before they're about to go in, but today for some reason we got here a bit early. Anyway, Amaya goes to school between 9 and 2, so that's like 5 hours. If you want, you can pay for the canteen, and they eat in the canteen between 2 and 3, and then between 3 and 4 they play in the playground. It is different because I know in the UK, for example, you don't really get the option to have your lunch at home. You either eat in the canteen or you have a packed lunch. One thing about that timetable though, it does make working difficult because in September and June, kids only go to school between 9 and 1. So you've got 2 months where they only go 9 to 1, then there's no school in July or August, and then the rest of the time they go 9 till 2. So if you had a 9 till 5 job, it would be difficult. That's why I'm trying to kind of create my own job through YouTube, because that way I can just work around the kids' timetable at school. So I've just got home and Eva is still asleep upstairs with my husband. She had a doctor's appointment at 10, but I've just cancelled it to let her sleep. Normally I would now do homeschooling with Eva. She started school last year and she was just too young. She was 2.5. She didn't like it, so I've pulled her out and I do like her school books at home with her, kind of homeschooling. I only do about an hour a day, but 1 hour a day, 1-to-1 attention is the equivalent to 5 hours at school with 30 other kids. And I suppose at school as well, they have break time and things, so they're not obviously just working 5 hours a day. She's coming on great. She's writing her name and she knows all her numbers, and yeah, it's really good. So when she wakes up, I'll do her homeschooling with her. Look who's up! Little Eva. How are you feeling? A little bit better? Yeah? After your nice sleep? Your favourite cereal. There you go. You eat all of them? Yeah? Yeah. We are about to start Eva's school books. When we do the school books, we do them in Spanish, because when she goes to school, I mean, she learns in Spanish. When she does start school next year, I don't want her to be behind. I want her to have the same level as the other kids in Spanish. Vamos a empezar, ¿verdad? Sí. Muy bien. A ver, vamos a empezar. To make lunch. We don't eat until about 2:30, but I get the lunch all ready so that when we get home we can just sit down and eat, because if not we won't end up eating until about 3. So there's lunch. Everyone's having something different. My oldest daughter is having Spanish tortilla. She loves that, it's her favourite food. And then my middle daughter is having a toasty. And then we've got some vegetable puree for my youngest daughter. And my husband is having rice and salad. And I don't know what I'm gonna have. Leftovers, I suppose, whatever there is in the fridge. Aww. Here's the girls playing with the stray cat. This is my darling husband, who is English. Are you playing hard to get?
Of course I am. It never ends, it just changes form.
So John is from London, but his mum is Spanish. So he is fluent in Spanish. He is really good at speaking Spanish, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Really good.
Pretty good at English too.
You're pretty good at English. You're really good. He's completely bilingual, so he's the one that gives us the bilingual tips. Really? You are outside the house and you should be speaking Spanish right now.
Well, I'm technically on the grounds.
Yeah, I know, but our thing is how, you know,
Is that what it's going to be? In the garden we speak Spanish?
It's always been that. Garden Spanish.
Oh, that's annoying.
You're actually breaking the rules right now.
Oh.
Who's that? Who's that? it? Who is it? Who is it? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that little princess? Mum, mum, mum. Say mum, 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 mum. Can you say mum, mum? Mum, mum. I am just leaving now to go and get my daughter from school. She finishes at 2. So I'm gonna get her and then come back and have lunch. I am so hungry. This really is crazy, like how everyone has different food. Normally we all eat the same, but because there's just so many leftovers in the fridge, they're just giving everyone the leftovers. So shoes on, coats on, come on. Shoes on. Right, here, go put your trainers on. Quickly, put your trainers on. Go, go, go. Come on, let's go. Hey. Oh God. Hey.
You don't want it out.
Up here. Right, coats off, shoes off. Quick. Coats off, shoes off. Coats off, shoes off, boots off. Normally during the week I would have an English class. I am like 90% of Brits in Spain. I give English classes. A lot of schools in Spain now are bilingual schools and the kids get like science and art and everything in English. So there is a really high demand for English classes, especially for little kids. Well, like 4 English classes a week, 1 a day. And I just give the kids the iPad, and if John is not working, he looks after Albita for me, or I just give the English class with her. But today I don't have one, so I can just relax. I don't need to prepare for the English class. Look what these children have done to my living room. They're turning it into an assault course. What are you guys doing? No. No. Right, this living room is not a park. You've got a playroom to play in. Don't turn this place into a playground. God give me strength. Ah! Anaya's doing her writing, and at the same time, you're also helping Eva, aren't you? You're teaching Eva how to write. That doesn't look to me like you're helping. That looks to me like you guys are fighting.
But just trying to take this stick off.
Okay.
And look, she already took this stick off.
Eva, can you please practice your letters? Eva, look at me, please. Hello?
I'm going to.
Hello? Eva, are you practicing? No.
Yes, look, she got the letter U.
Good. Good, Eva, keep going. So I'm just going to make dinner for the kids now. I just want to go to bed now, honestly, I'm so tired. I want to go to bed. What do you want? Fish fingers? Is that what we're having?
Yeah.
Right, make some fish fingers then. My husband finishes work at 7 and we have dinner at 7 on the dot. In Spain, people tend to have dinner later, about 8:30, 9, maybe even like 10 if they don't have children. But if they've got kids, then it's more like 8:30, 9. But we've just never done that because the kids go to sleep at like 8:30. We give them their dinner at 7 and then 7:30 we go upstairs and give them their bath and get them undressed and stuff. But if we gave them dinner any later, we wouldn't be able to follow that routine. But I suppose we still have dinner later than UK families. I mean, I remember when I was a child, we would have dinner like 4:30, 5. How's dinner, everybody? Nice? Fish fingers, yeah?
I was such a bored with my hand and go to my Louisa.
Oh no.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh goodness. Are you being sick?
It's
Husband has just come down. He's ill. But even though he's ill, he's been working like a trooper. This is a video about a British family living in Spain. So
Right.
why don't you tell people what you do for work?
I eat traditional Spanish food like pork sausages.
Okay.
Really adapted to the culture, as you can see.
John's a translator. He translates from Spanish into English.
I do it.
As all English people, you know, you work with the English language. Eva is still ill. She just wants to go straight to bed. She doesn't want a bath. Maya's in already. We're going to put you in as well, aren't we? Yeah. Right, so that's those two in the bed. I'm just laying the kids' clothes out for tomorrow. 3 little piles of clothes. It just makes the morning so much easier if I, you know, get all the clothes out and everything prepared. We're undressed. John, he's going to read Amaya a story in her room. And he gets her to sleep. She falls asleep in her own room. And then little Albita and Eva sleep with me in my bed. And Eva tries to get me to tell her a story. And I try and get out of it all the time. I try and get you to give me a story, don't I? So, I know, but you give amazing stories. Anyway, that's the end of the vlog. This is what a day is like. A British family.
Hi, what about me? I haven't done anything.
Okay, what do you want to say?
Nothing of the videos. One, two, maybe if I can take my necklace off because it will strangle me.
Okay, I'll take your necklace off. Anyway, that's it. I hope you kisses. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So yeah, this is it. This is like English speaking family living in Madrid. Our life's probably not that different to a normal British family living in the UK. Apart from the fact that when we go outside we speak Spanish. I don't know. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video guys and I'll see you all in the next one.